Today I would like to talk about the Second Amendment. Wouldn't you like to have the right to protect yourself against a home invader, a carjacker, or some maniac who all of a sudden bursts into a crowd you're standing in and opens fire? Well, as of right now, you have that right. It's in the Second Amendment, which many are trying to get rid of. The Second Amendment was written in 1791 and added to our Constitution. It says that a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This means that we as Americans have the right to bear arms to defend ourselves, our families, and our property. I was brought up around guns and know how to use them in a safe manner. I have studied American history, and so therefore I have always had an interest in the Second Amendment and our Constitution. There are millions like myself who believe in this amendment. We want to protect our basic American values of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness from those that want to take it away. We also not only possess firearms for our protection, but like to use guns as a form of recreation. We like to target shoot, and there are many who like to hunt. We have never and will never use our guns for any other purpose. So why take legally owned firearms away from us law-abiding citizens? After all, a total abolishment of the Second Amendment would only affect the law-abiding citizen, as the criminals will still find a way to get their guns. They can even have them made or make them themselves. So therefore, wouldn't it make sense to allow us to maintain legal ownership of our firearms? According to gunfacts.info, gun owners have prevented about 2.5 million crimes a year, and that's without firing a shot. They also state that about 74% of felons interviewed have admitted to avoiding entering houses while the gun owners were home, because they might have had guns. There have also been reports from different news channels about home and business owners preventing robberies and possible murders by chasing away the criminals with their own personal firearms. However, there are some that believe that if a total gun confiscation were to take place, that is a total removal of firearms from Americans, such as myself, that violent crime will be prevented. There are some, such as Piers Morgan, formerly of CNN, who believes that the Second Amendment should be abolished and all firearms should be taken away. During one interview, he stated that only the military should be allowed to have possession of firearms. The only problem is when a violent crime begins taking place, the military will more than likely not be there to stop it, and the police can only show up to take reports after it happens and to chase the suspected shooters down after the fact. They cannot be there to prevent it from happening. However, according to Interpol Secretary General Robert Noble, who stated back in October 2013 that if the diplomatic road were to arm its citizens, mass shootings and terror attacks can be deterred. This statement he made was made after the attack that took place in Westgate Mall in Kenya, where armed terrorists started shooting unarmed shoppers. This Bill of Rights here, our Constitution, has been defended by millions of Americans, and thousands of Americans have given their lives to protect it. So why should we change anything on it? Why should we change any of our amendments? After all, this is the oldest Constitution in the world, and so far it has worked for us. So why fix something that's not broke? Thank you.